Firebrand is a film about what if Henry VIII's wives were a little bit stronger and tougher, strong female characters. It's not exactly one of a kind, no category, but it's not important.
Do you believe in hell? I think we're both bound for it. I'm ready. Are you?
Firebrand is a historical drama that feels like it's being made to fulfill some kind of quota somewhere, I don't know. Alicia Vikander and Jude Law star, and I mean, that's great because they're great, but, you know, did this need to happen? I don't really get it, because it's a historical drama, but it's not, because it changes things. It changes some pretty important things, you'll note, as the film goes on. And what I don't get about that is, and here's my biggest qualm with it right off the bat, okay? If you're going to make a historical drama, maybe it's going to be slow-paced, a little duller, like whatever, that's fine. If you're going to make a thriller movie which doesn't actually fully follow the plot of history at all, and doesn't even pretend it is, it's not even one of those Hollywood films that's like, oh yeah, no, this is totally what happened. No. If you're going to do that, why not make it more exciting? Why not rewrite history to be full-on, like Bridgerton, you know, very exciting anything. Like, it's very confusing that they chose to make the first hour of this film so boring when there was no need. So anyway, Firebrand is about Catherine Parr, who is Henry Firebrand is about Catherine Parr, who is Henry VIII's sixth and final wife. And after having 5 of them beheaded or divorced, you would really think just maybe not, or maybe expect, you know, bad things are going to happen to you. It doesn't matter anyway. It opens with a quote about filling the gaps in history ourselves. And honestly, from that point, you kind of go, right, so this is all just some random fan fiction concocted bullshit. And it's the quickest way to make me feel a little bit fed up with the film, I think, from the get-go. An awful lot of the runtime, particularly in the first hour, is about Catherine trying to help people reform so that they can read the Bible in English instead of in Latin, which, yeah, it just seems like common sense now, obviously. And also just being worried that everyone's going to out her and have her murdered and stuff like that, but not with any tension, at least not until like the first hour's passed. And then, to be fair, after what is a terrifically boring first hour, where it feels like it's going nowhere, then Henry starts to get suspicious of her because of his advisors are whispering in his ear and stuff like that. And that's when it starts to ramp up a little bit of tension, becomes a little more of an actual thriller. It was billed as a thriller. I think this might have worked a little bit better, been a little bit more beloved perhaps, if a major reworking of Henry VIII's wives into a strong female character thing hadn't already been done in a pretty major way. But despite that, it is fine, it is okay, but I don't know, when you make a historical film and then just go, but let's change the ending, it feels like pointless fan fiction to me, and just kind of annoying. Basically, the story is that Catherine is trying to not spend too many years lost in his story. She is literally attempting to take her crown in glory. Like, guys, what are we doing here? It's just 6, but with 1. I do like well enough the general idea of what they went and did here. I think it's okay. I don't think it needed to be 2 hours. If you cut half an hour out, I'd say it would be a good movie. With the full first hour being so bland, so boring, just nothing happening. You feel no tension to it at all for the longest time. It kind of just falls completely flat for me. And yeah, there's no point doing something interesting in the second half after you've already put the audience to sleep so much. The problem is when you make a historical film, like, the audience knows what's going to happen. They probably know the ending. And when you make one where you're just, whoa, pulling the rug out from under them doing something different, you're kind of like, oh, I see, okay. And then, yeah, just confusing the younger people who are like, wait, is that what happened? So, I don't like it as a concept, and I don't think they executed the first half well. Second half was fine. It's still not It's still not enough, though, really, to bring it back. So I'm giving the end of the show of the Histo-Remix 2.5 stars. Seriously, I had a couple of funky songs in there, some better sexy scenes. There were some awkward-ass sexy scenes in this, yeah. Ramp up the tension a bit more and a bit quicker. Have Henry be an actual, like, psychopath as opposed to just a dick. I think that could have worked well. Maybe have her, like, fight him off with a samurai sword. No, that's going too far. But you get the idea. They could have made it more exciting if they were going to change everything anyway.